And welcome to another wonderful session with Nikki Hall. Welcome, Nikki. How are you?
Hello, I'm
So,
great. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. So, we are back with a Growth Mindset Collective once again. So, join us as we talk about loyalty to your vision. So, I know Nikki has lots for us as she's already doing the dance. So, Nikki,
I'm doing the
what do you have for
dance.
us?
Well, vision, I love this kind of talk because it's really kind of a hands-on thing. It's really you know, what's this about and what am I supposed to do? So I want to first talk about what vision is, so we could get a perspective here for today. Um, and to me, vision is a deeper truth of ourselves, right? It's a vision, it's a signal from your future self. It's a vision from your frustrated or tired self. You call it from where you're coming from, but it's all you, right? It's a blueprint of who you are and who you could become. It's this, I like this. This is vision is identity driven. That is something that vision drives you. It's not a circumstance driving situation. That we get lost and caught up in that a lot because of life's energies. We get distracted and we forget, or we get tired. Vision also is a deep personal assignment. Um, it's a loyalty to yourself. Uh, so we have to make, if we can make an easy shift there, uh, we can get into an understanding. And basically, your vision is not fragile. It's not easy to break, but you need the mindset that knows how to protect it. And here we are, right, Ava?
That's right. I love it.
I I know. It's just like there. Here it is. This is the meat. Why people lose their vision. This is a problem here. And this is why a lot of people come to us because a lot of change has to happen, a lot of posturing has to happen. So I'm going to give you the five reasons why people lose their way as far as vision and purpose is, and then I'll qualify the five thoughts. So one is emotional, I call it emotional amnesia. Two is misalignment from the environment. Three is scarcity mindset and a self-worth with blind spots. Four is confusion between discomfort and the wrong path. That's a big one. And vision dehydration.
I like that
I
one.
got very, I got really creative that night. It's like, what am I throwing in these fun words in there? Dehydration, amnesia. So one, emotional amnesia is forgetting the version of yourself who received the vision. Life gets loud, people get busy, there's a certain energy, we immerse ourselves with old habits, family, old routines we're used to, and we forget what they are and what we wanted to do. It's like, okay, we just kind of throw it over and we go and play and have fun for a bit. That causes us to lose vision, or else like Ava, this happened to you like this year. Life happens and you have to be able to like hold your vision and put it aside a little bit and keep it, but you have to deal with some things that are very important in life.
Yeah.
Um,
And of
right.
course, life will have its thing, like for example, my father passed away this earlier this year, and so that's one of the things that it didn't derail me from what I was doing. But of course, you're now human, you have family, you have your priorities, you have your values. So of course you have to invest some time in other things that are very important. And then whenever you can, you go back to things in more depth again. But this is a little bit different from total vision derail, where you get a glimpse of, hey, I would love that. And then you're like, ah, but that's not for me. That's what Nikki was kind
Yes.
of talking about, getting sidetracks, getting too busy with life, getting fearful, doubts, fears, and all this coming in. Those are
Yeah.
two separate things. It's putting it on hold is one thing a little bit while you do something that's very important versus completely like being like, in the wow and off the wow just as fast as you got into it, right? And then you're like, nah, that's not, it can't happen for me or can't do it, whatever comes your way, right?
What tools did you use to get back in line?
For me, it was discipline, and knowing what I want and having that clarity. So it's different things, but mainly those are the ones. The focus that this is where I'm heading still, the discipline to continue it, not getting off track because whatever, and
Yeah.
wanting something so badly that no matter what happens, you're still gonna get back to it. Have that clarity, have
Um,
that vision, and stick to it and believe
yeah.
that you can achieve. So so it kind of goes
Yeah.
like side by side, all these things. You can make a decision, but sometimes you go off this way too, right? So
Exactly.
decision, clarity, belief, all these things do matter.
That's cool. So you could get knocked out of life. You could get knocked out of your vision pretty hard. Like Ava's being very laid back about it, but life dictated to her, and she had to jump and she had to manage. It's almost like a circus at one point where she had all the plates going at the same time and she had to maintain straight through her lane. And clearly, she did. She stayed consistent and she stayed uh, empowered by her vision. So it does happen, and you can do it. As so, don't let the noise of life get too loud where you completely forget. All right. So number two is misalignment from environment. People around them and their current reality cause cause their future to be not be forward looking. Let's say. Number three, scarcity mindset and self worth blind spots. That's old programming pulling you back into safety instead of expansion.
Exactly.
Number four is confusion between discomfort and the wrong path. This is where I think Ava and I really could see a lot of people getting confused or muddled in uh, a quagmire. Because when growth feels hard, people interpret that as failure instead of transformation, or they start feeling a manner of justification of maintaining the constant the present posture, or that old comfort zone. So you have to be careful about confusing discomfort with the wrong path. Often growth feels hard. Our mentors, our mega mentors, if we ask them, they'll say, oh yeah, I'm uncomfortable all the time. So you have to get used to the fact that, as you're cutting through new stuff, you don't know everything.
Yeah.
It's perfectly natural.
Exactly. And I'll give the, very light example here, riding a bicycle when you're little. Is it wrong to learn how to ride a bicycle? No. But it's very uncomfortable for a child when it's still, sometimes not all children are the same, but it may be very hard. But is it a wrong path to do? No. But obviously you've never done it, so you have to start somewhere. You have to get through it, and you come on the other side and you'll be so proud of yourself. So, you know, so that's just a small example of like, is it a wrong thing to do? No, but it may feel like that's what Nikki was talking about, but you have to get through
Yes.
it. train
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah.
Nobody was born perfect. Nobody was born to do everything. You had to learn. So it's the same thing, sometimes when we get off on the, our mindset goes, whatever. And then it's like, okay, I gotta be direct here. I gotta be clear what I want. And it might hurt that brain of ours sometimes to, do that extra thing, but you'll be so proud when you get to the other end.
Yes, it's really worth it. And the fifth one here is, I called it vision dehydration, um, because you stop feeding the vision. This is what Ava was just talking about. You stop feeding the vision, you start feeling depleted emotionally, mentally, spiritually. Um, so that kind of validates Ava's point that she was just talking about here. So now let's talk about the foundation, like the architecture of your vision for being loyal. And here I have a few pillars. I'm going to tell you what they are, and then we'll talk about them a little bit, and then we'll let you go. And you got to come back and see us or talk to us. Book a half an hour appointment.
That's right. We are
So
here for you.
yes. So there's five pillars to try and gain your stability and your loyalty to your vision. Pillar number one is identity rehearsal, is practicing, right? Practicing who you are. Number two is emotional loyalty. Number three is environment engineering. There I go with my little titles again. Number four is narrative mastery. And number five is vision maintenance rituals. Okay, so let's see if we could get through this one.
And they're all
So,
very valid. So let's jump into them.
yes, thank you. Okay, so vision identity or vision identity rehearsal is you don't stay loyal to a vision, you stay loyal to the identity that carries it. Um, I think a lot of us get that confused. We have to stay loyal to the identity that carries it, like the ambiance, the feeling that is us. Like we have to practice or rehearse who we're becoming every day. Like Mary Mosery, she does a thing in the morning for a ritual, and she does her prayers and her meditation and stuff, and she makes a list of who she wants to be that day. And that is your identifying issue. Like you want to know who you want to be. You want to get your head around what it feels like to you. You want your visions to stay alive when people are acting like their old selves and so on and so forth. So like when you like the identity of, let's say, getting married, you like the identity of getting your license, you like the identity of being in a certain job, you hold that. It's no different. Pillar number two is emotional loyalty. Your vision requires emotional sobriety and emotional responsibility, meaning emotions are the weather and your vision is the climate. Loyalty means you stop negotiating your dreams with temporary feelings. We do that. It could keep us so busy, these temporary feelings, and it could make us feel like we're doing things and we're not. So we have to be careful not to get in that hamster wheel to get us so tired and fall off. Um, you have to be careful in making permanent decisions from a temporary emotion. So basically, your vision can't thrive if your emotions keep voting against it. So be careful. It's very subtle. It's very tricky. It's part of the getting on the other side of the fear factor. Number three is the environment engineering, and that is identify the needs right there in your own ecosystem. Like people, conversations, energy, they either fertilize or they poison your vision. That's why Ava and I talk so much about self-awareness and the importance of it. You need mirrors that reflect your future, that reflect your position, your moving forward. So, loyalty requires protecting your vision from people who can't see themselves doing it. Not only that, but when you say to people, hey, you want to come out and do this, and you're practicing, or you've got a schedule for somebody coming over to teach you how to drive, you can say to the person, no, I got a driving thing going on. And people respect that. They're fine with that. They're not going to talk you out of it. They're not going to talk you out of your vision and your goal and your move forward. There's some kind of disassociation there that we have to. It's important that we curate our environment. It's important that we cause vision protecting boundaries. And we have to be careful of the inner circle versus the outer circle, where we put our energy, where we're going to serve. Pillar number 4 is called narrative mastery, and that's the story you tell yourself in the container your vision lives in. That's your internal narrative that is aligned with your future identity. That's the trick, is aligned. We want to replace I hope and I'm trying to I'm becoming, and it's unfolding. You really have to be the author and not the commentator in your life. We can't be passive here. You have to make the decisions. Nobody else is going to get the license. Nobody else is going to learn how to ride the bike for you. Nobody else is going to get married in your place. Nobody else is going to take that career, cause that discipline. Nobody else is going to lose that weight and feel the way you feel when it happens. It's all yours. Your inner story, if your inner story doesn't match, your actions will follow your story. It's unfortunate, but it'll follow your story and not your goals. It's this natural sense of moving forward. So make sure your story is aligned.
That's right.
Right?
And yeah. And here you can do a mini exercise too. You can even take a piece of paper and write on it what aligns with my vision right now, like write it down, and what doesn't. And then what needs to change then this week, this day, whatever, this month, for you in order to honor the future you want to have. So like you
Yes.
can literally do those quick questions and see what you come up with, right, Nikki?
Absolutely. Like a weekly alignment thing would be to review your wins, check your alignment, make certain corrections, like either in the morning, posture yourself, or at night, say, I did good. Even if you didn't reach what you wanted to, I'll do it better tomorrow. Or you look at what needs to be pruned um, out of your life, And visions for nourishment is stay inspired, study, like read and hear other people. One thing, I call it breathing, but it's also silence. One way to nourish your vision is silence. Even my son knows so specifically that I when I need something, he'll say, mamas, and I'll say, yeah, and he'll say, breathe.
Mm,
And he just knows I'm off. And
yeah.
it's the silence in the breaths, right?
Because, even us, at some point we do get busy. We're all human, right? We sometimes also have to stop and, oh yeah, need that moment of silence. And with such a busy world around us, honestly, it's more important than ever to take that time out to really sit down by yourself, no music, no nothing, and just listen to your breathing, your inner self. A lot of people don't have time for that. Like anybody I ask, oh, I don't have time for that. Well, make time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your life is
You know,
important. Make time for that too. Because
I
in only in
remember I
this,
was,
yeah,
hmm?
sorry, I say in that stillness, things will come to you. I mean, some people, they go into that music and it's okay, there's ways of doing other things, but there's also time when you need to sit still and be silent and let it come to you as well. Because happens that way too.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. I was reading a story about a commencement speech, and this person came out to speak and give his speech to all these people who were getting their diploma that day, and going to throw their caps and have a fun time. And he got on and he actually sat there for 5 minutes with nothing to say. And he said, and it felt like forever. It, and you respectfully are waiting to hear this guy say something. And he said, that was 5 minutes. You can do a lot in 5 minutes. You can take a moment out to breathe. Like Ava says, it's amazing how many people say, oh, I don't have time for that. Right?
Yeah, it is like, oh, I don't have time. I say, well, make time. Make time.
Yeah.
If you keep telling yourself, honestly, that's one thing. If you keep telling yourself you cannot do something, well, you're right, because that's exactly what you're telling yourself, that you can't and you won't. But if you tell yourself, yes, I can, then you will, even if it takes you twice as long as maybe the next person. But you told yourself you can, you believed it, you stuck with it, you can. So just like time, if you keep telling yourself you don't have time, guess what? The universe will make sure you don't have time because that's exactly what you keep feeding, right? So you got to
Yes.
go in reverse. I have time.
Yes.
It'll take some time maybe for, split second into your brain to like, what? What did you just say? But yeah, you got to train it, to you respond the way you want it. It's like, yes, I have time. Yes, I can do this. Yes.
Yes, exactly. I think I don't know if we're coming up to the time yet, but I'm gonna leave you with this thought. And um, that is, every breakthrough has a gestation period. Your job isn't to rush it. Your job is to stay loyal to it during the invisible seasons. Now, here's the hard part. You have to stay loyal to it in the dark. If you can stay loyal to it in the dark, then you will own it in the light.
Mhm.
So the goal could be way out here. You might not even see the light. And we are traveling. I guess it's like a car with the lights, right? The headlights. You can only see so far, and then it's all darkness. But you have to keep your loyalty in the darkness. And you're just going to go a little further, and then you're going to go a little further, and you're going to get it.
That's
But you
right.
have to.
That's right. So walk towards your future with clarity, courage, and unwavering faith and loyalty. So we'll leave you with that. You know where we are. Contact us. We do offer free calls, half an hour calls. So we are here for you. Till next time, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, night, evening, wherever you are in the world. And thank you so much, Nikki, for being here. See you guys next time. Thank you.